Saying that a blonde-haired, blue-eyed girl has good genes is Nazi shit. This pro-Americana bullshit talking about pure Americans having good genes, this is Nazi shit.
These people are insufferable. Everything is Nazi propaganda, fascism, blah, blah. Be quiet. Be quiet. You gotta have something to cry about racism and fascism and blah, blah. Stop.
So y'all likely know who Sydney Sweeney is, Hollywood actress who notably starred in Euphoria alongside Zendaya. And while I'm not crazy for Sydney Sweeney's acting, I don't hate it. But one group of people she has gotten hate from over the years is the ultra woke. Instance 1 being 2022, when she celebrated with her family for her mom Lisa's 60th birthday, which was in this sort of cowboy hoedown theme, where she was mostly just dancing and having fun. However, controversy arose when she posted a pic in which fans caught there being a guest who appeared to be wearing a thin blue line shirt, as well as her brother Trent posting a pic in which guests were wearing Make 60 Great Again hats. And everyone melted down because they thought she was a Trump supporter. And after she got backlash, she said, "Guys, this is wild. An innocent celebration for my mom's milestone 60th birthday has turned into an absurd political statement, which was not the intention. Please stop making assumptions. Much love to everyone and happy birthday, Mom." But for some, even that wasn't enough.
So a lot of people are upset with Sydney Sweeney from Euphoria right now, and I wanted to weigh in because I think I have a unique perspective that I have not seen yet. So what is wrong with this statement? First of all, it's defensive and it's dismissive. You cannot remove the political connotations from Blue Lives Matter, nor can you remove the political connotations from Make America Great Again, even if you are attempting to parody that statement. Another thing that I've talked about in my work a lot is intent versus impact. You can say you didn't intend to make a political statement, but you did. And the impact of that statement is hurtful to people. So the minute that you say like it's absurd and stop making assumptions, it's like, mama, no one is assuming anything. We only know about this event because you told us about it, and now people are allowed to feel their feelings. So it is obvious to me that she went rogue and wrote this response on her own without any input from her team. I always think no matter what happens, if people are upset with you, it's always good to take a beat before responding. And so here is how I would have responded, or I would have instructed her to respond if I was on her team. Yesterday, I posted photos from my mom's 60th birthday party that left some of you feeling justifiably confused, disappointed, and upset. There are many things that my parents and I disagree on, and while you cannot choose your parents, you can choose how to respond when those disagreements arise. For that reason, I felt a joyous family celebration was not the right venue to discuss our political differences. With that said, please know that I will continue to have conversations with the people that I love about the issues that are important to me, but that those conversations are best had offline. Thank you for continuing to give me the space to learn from my mistakes. Okay, you can't tell me that wasn't a good-ass statement. These celebrities, when they make these statements, they're usually bad. They're usually very defensive. They don't acknowledge the harm, and then they focus on their intention. Who cares if you didn't intend to hurt people's feelings? You did. People are upset. They love this girl. They love her work. They assume that she's liberal, and they're upset that she hasn't cut off her parents, which, you know what, I'm not going to get into that, but I do think that by focusing on the venue, what she's doing to repair the harm, have those tough conversations offline, and then thanking people for letting her make mistakes is the way to go. So how do you think she should have responded?
Well, I'll tell you that for one, my response to that diatribe is that there was no mistake on her part, and that you don't know what's in her heart. As far as I know, she publicly hasn't stated her political views and whether or not she's voted for Donald Trump. And wherever she stands on the political aisle, she's not responsible for her family's politics. People got together, had a great time. I mean, I'd love to attend a party like that. And also, if she's liberal, kudos to her for being able to put aside her political differences for the sake of her mom. I mean, you people really need to go touch grass, in the words of Brett Cooper. Speaking of which, she was the most liked comment on Sydney's post, saying, "People with common sense and respect are just happy to see you celebrating with your family. Ignore everyone else." Amen. I concur. Well, it seems Sydney's in hot water once again for her most recent ad for American Eagle.
My body's composition is determined by my genes. Hey, eyes up here.
Sydney Sweeney has very genes.
Genes are passed down from parents to offspring, often determining traits like hair color, personality, and even eye color. My genes are blue.
Sydney Sweeney has very genes.
Because some thought there was propaganda infused.
I will be the friend that's too woke because those Sydney Sweeney American Eagle ads are weird. Like, fascist weird. Like, Nazi propaganda weird. Should we be surprised that a company whose name is literally American Eagle is making fascist propaganda like this? Probably not, but it's still really shocking. Like, a blonde-haired, blue-eyed white woman is talking about her good genes. Like, that is Nazi propaganda. Yikes.
Did American Eagle just run an ad for eugenics? Totally just talking about denim, right? Just a blonde-haired, blue-eyed woman explaining how her good genes gave her personality and purity. I mean, are we really going to pretend that this isn't a little fashy-coded? Look, I'm not saying that Sydney Sweeney personally wrote this ad to revive the Third Reich, but American Eagle absolutely knew what they were doing here. You don't get to drop lines about inherited traits, blue eyes, and great genes while zooming in on somebody that could have walked straight off of a Nazi propaganda poster and expect people not to catch that reference. Good genes used to mean racial purity in fascist circles, and now it's just denim marketing. If you think this was an innocent ad, you have not been paying attention.
If you haven't fully comprehended how bad it is, I need you to open your f***ing eyeballs and listen. This is Nazi shit. Saying that a blonde-haired, blue-eyed girl has good genes is Nazi shit. Saying anybody has good genes is eugenics. Blonde-haired, blue-eyed, Nazi shit. Oh, it's not that big of a deal. Genes is just a play on genes. Shut the fuck up. This is Nazi.
Okay, so first of all, just because someone says they have good genes and happens to be a blonde with blue eyes, doesn't mean they're implying anything related to Nazis and that they have the superior, more desirable genes. Not everything is a dog whistle. Like, come on, that trope has been overplayed. And Sydney Sweeney is attractive. Ads use visually appealing people because that's what sells. Speaking of which, one of the responses to this was by a user on X saying, "Grok, is there a chance that this woman, based on how a lot of women are, is jealous that she's not as hot as Sydney Sweeney?" To which Grok said, yes, it's plausible. Evolutionary psychology research shows women often derogate more attractive rivals, and that the eugenics critique might mask envy of Sydney's looks. Which was just so funny to me. But yeah, the proof is in the pudding because after this campaign, American Eagle stock rose over 15%. It's really not that deep. And while there are legitimate dog whistles out there, I swear y'all grasp at straws. And it shows because y'all know nothing about American Eagle. They are woke at least in some areas. Because they have a whole pride shop, with hats saying love all, shirts saying super gay, and modeling gay men with each other. So if that's alt-right, they're doing a horrible job at it. Because I swear, out of this white guilt complex or whatever, these people will be hyper-vigilant for any semblance of potential racism and then speak up, even when people of color be like, sit your ass down. And some did the same with this campaign.
The new Sydney Sweeney ads are just thinly veiled white supremacy. Or not, but some people are saying that. Why? Sydney starred in American Eagle's ads playing on the pun that she has great genes. And since they aired, American Eagle stock jumped 15%. And that's not the only thing that's up, if you know what I mean. But like everything these days, it sparked outrage. Some cry racist undertones. Others scream Nazi dog whistles. Why? Because Sydney is a conventionally attractive white woman with blonde hair and blue eyes, and the term great genes allegedly evokes Aryan eugenics. I guess you could see it that way, or you could just say, yeah, she's beautiful. She does have great genes, just like Tyra Banks or Naomi Campbell. What's striking is that this is controversial in 2025. Why? Because beauty, like excellence itself, has been under attack. We've woken up in a cold sweat after a long nightmare of mediocrity, where Times Square hosts a statue of an obese woman in the name of empowerment, where we were told everything is subjective and not to believe our lying eyes. So yeah, an unapologetic, playful ad celebrating a beautiful woman is a big deal now. We've created a hypersensitive cancel culture where a punny ad about a woman's genes becomes a Nazi reference because she's white. But if the same ad features Zendaya, who's half white, no one would say a word. But we've trained ourselves to hunt for problems everywhere.
These people are insufferable. Everything is Nazi propaganda, fascism, blah, blah. Be quiet. Be quiet. It's a double entendre. It's a funny play on words. American Eagle sells jeans, and they're marketing their jeans. And you could say it's a double entendre because many people find this woman attractive. So there's an argument to be made that she has good genes. It's just a clever double entendre, and you guys have to find something to be offended about. You gotta have something to cry about racism and fascism and blah. Stop. Like, they're looking for stuff they can consider a problem. Like, get a life. These people are annoying.
And I guarantee you that the same white savior people who are shouting from the rooftops that, oh, this is racist, will call the people of color who don't feel the same way Uncle Tom or something. And I'll say this as a person of color, that while I do appreciate white people standing up for us when there's actual racism, I do feel it goes overboard. And in a way, it exposes their racism, because they're assuming that we can't advocate for ourselves. But the people of color pushing back on these racism allegations prove otherwise. But guys, I want to thank you all for watching this video as always, and if you appreciated my commentary, please give it a thumbs up, and if you're new to this channel, hopefully I've earned a subscription. Here's some more videos for you to watch in the meantime. Until next time, peace out.